All right, so a couple milestones over the weekend. Some personal, which we'll get to, and some on the racetrack, which we'll start with. Steve Asmussen won his 11,000th career race, last weekend at Remington. I mean, it's just he's just so far ahead of everybody else. Like I don't know what's a good stat. Oh, he's like the LeBron scoring career scoring list right now, where LeBron went to the front and he's just going to keep extending, and
Right.
nobody for a long, long time is going to catch him. That's kind of what this is with Steve Asmussen now, because he obviously took the North American lead a couple of summers ago, last summer or the summer before. Now he's got 11,000. I think one thing that's impressive about Steve's operation is just how many horses he has and how he's able to balance it
Yeah.
from so many different tracks and still be able to speak intelligently on all of them. And he's obviously had success at the highest levels of the game too. But you don't get to 11,000 wins with just Grade 1 and graded stakes victories. It takes running a lot of horses in a lot of different spots, being sharp with spotting them, and not being too big to still race at Remington Park.
Right. Yeah, and I think the statistics are amazing, Joe. Career-wise, 11,000 victories, which is amazing. He's going to have almost 2,000 starts this year. 2,000 starts this year, from 500 starters. So that's roughly four starts per horse, which doesn't sound like a lot per horse, but he gets horses claimed away from him all the time. He's got babies that have run a couple of times, but it's amazing. And he is roughly at $21 million in purse earnings this year, already. And again, these are all pre-Breeders' Cup numbers.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a guy who has like an encyclopedic knowledge of his horses. To wit, we bought a filly today at Facek October by Jackie's Warrior. We'd had a bunch of Jackie's Warrior on our short list, throughout the first yearling crop. And he not only trained Jackie's Warrior, he trained the dam too. And he can tell you about Jackie's Warrior's races and her races.
Wow.
So that's definitely interesting. And, if any West Point partners are listening, you should get in on that filly. She's pretty. So I just love that, how he manages to have such like a marrow deep knowledge of his horses at pretty much every level. And he's got Eric and Keith who are riding now, and especially Keith winning at some big tracks. So he's going to have a legacy of guys who are going to ride probably for a while, and then maybe will become trainers later on in life. So it's not just him. Like, that name, it's obviously a name that's lived on in racing for a long time, but especially now with Eric and Keith, I think it's going to live on for the next 40, 50, 60 years. So yeah, that was a big accomplishment. And John, there's another big accomplishment that was a little bit closer to your heart this past weekend.
Near and dear to us. Thank you. Two-time Hall of Fame trainer Mark Casse eclipsed a record for him of $20 million in purse earnings this year. $20 million in purse earnings for Mark E. Casse, and I couldn't be happier for him. It's in a lifetime of achievements. This is a noteworthy accomplishment of $20 million in earnings, and again, Joe, this is before the Breeders' Cup. So he still has 2 full months, right, including the Breeders' Cup races, a couple of Breeders' Cup entries to add on to that or pad that already incredible number. Joe, do you know the other 2 trainers who currently have more than $20 million in purse earnings in this calendar year?
Well, you just told me one, Steve Asmussen.
We'll give you one. We'll see if you were listening to yourself. Very good. That's one.
I always listen to you.
No, you said that actually. So you listened to yourself, which is good.
I'll
give you an A, B, or C. Is it Chad Brown, Brad Cox, or Todd Pletcher?
I want to say the Chadster.
You want to try again?
Pletcher? Wow, 3rd out of 3.
Brad Cox has almost $25 million.
Wow. I feel like it had been kind of a down year for him.
It is a down year. He only has $25 million, and he's only winning at a 25% clip. but he averages, this is all according to Equibase, he averages $28,000 per start. Brad Cox does. He has $25 million. Steve Asmussen, as you mentioned, is second with $20.8 million in earnings, and then Mark Casse with $20 million. Chadster as you like to call him, Chad Brown, has $19.9 million.
Oh, what a loser.
He is on the precipice of getting $20 million.
No broke boys. Only 19.9 million.
I know.
How could we survive?
We'll start a collection. For those trainers. Todd Pletcher's next with 5th. Safi Joseph 6th. Bill Mott, Mike Maker, Brendan Walsh, and Kenny McPeak round out the top 10, which ranges from, like I said, $25 million in purse earnings, Brad Cox, to Kenny McPeak has $11 million in purse earnings, which is pretty incredible unto itself, but it's amazing the gap, the chasm, as it were, between 1st and 10th.
You mean the chasm?
Or the chasm, depending on how you say it. I'm Jewish, so we put a lot of H's in things. You know, so.
A lot of chutzpah.
A lot of chutzpah.
Chasm.
That's right. But Mark Cassie.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got distracted. Let's talk about Mark.
Go back to Mark.
First of all,
well, before you even ask the question, more importantly, yes, it was with the DJ horse that
I'm sure it was. So and it was with Ready to Jam.
Ready to Jam, who won
Autumn Days on Sunday. I remember because we were in the race with Don't Look Back at All, and we ran last. But she's had a great career, and she's going in November, so we're still proud of her.
But yes, Ready to Jam, who hadn't won in since July of 2024, a lot of seconds. For Ready to Jam, a filly, that More Than Ready filly that we own with Gary Barber. And that was her swan song for us. I'm sure she still has a lot of tread on her tire, but she is going to the November sale and will be part of the, dare I say, headlining the DJ Reduction coming up in the first week of November at Keeneland. So congratulations to us, of course. Congratulations to Mark Cassie for eclipsing $20 million in purse earnings. And congratulations to Steve Asmussen for getting his 11,000th career victory.
I'm so glad we eventually found our way around to literal self-congratulation on this show. We danced around it for many, many episodes, several years now, and we finally got the words "congratulations to us" out of John's mouth. That's fucking excellent. That's so good. That's like the final boss of John talking about himself. Congratulations to us. He finally said it.
Yeah, to us meaning me and my ego, both of us.
And Len.
Oh,
Don't forget about Len.
Too. Yeah, I guess
it's mainly Len.
I guess.
But yeah, that was a nice win. And one of the things I love about Mark is he's one of these guys. Asmussen's the same way, that has not lost the passion for doing this, despite how long they've been doing it. It takes a lot to do this for years, for decades. And not really have any days off.
No.
There's just not many days off as a horseman. It really is something that's like a 7-day-a-week job, and to still be doing it at the elite level. And we've experienced it with West Point with Cassie's horses this year. They almost all have been running their eyeballs out.
Yeah.
We're going to run on Friday a very live horse named Counting Stars in the Myrtlewood with Mark. And he's thought a lot about her from the jump. But yeah, so it's been an unbelievable year for the Cassie barn, and they deserve it. Not only Mark, but his assistants too. Shane and Amanda and Alan and those people, they do a terrific job managing a very, very large stable. Same with Asmussen. You need a lineup of great assistants, so it's not just the name on the program. Shout out to everybody at the Cassie barn that makes it go. All right, one last thing we want to touch on, and I'm hoping we have some footage and photos now that I say this. But our buddy, our excellent associate producer Julia Agresta got married over the weekend. We talked about it last week, and we were just so happy for her and her new husband Dylan. I guess that's why she took today off.
How dare she?
You can't get back to work 3 days later. All right, you had to go right on your honeymoon. But no, we were so happy for them, and it looked like a beautiful wedding with great people, and Julia doing what she does best, which is singing karaoke. And she does a lot of things well, but the singing karaoke is what she puts her heart and soul into the most of anything I've seen, and with good reason. She kicks ass at it. So that was a beautiful, beautiful day. Shout out to Nathan and Patty who made the trip down there. John and I couldn't make it, but we're glad that we had the Rail Talk family represented at the wedding. So major shout out to Julia and Dylan and their families. Congratulations, guys. So excited for Julia's sarcastic quips, because she can't take any affection when she comes back and watches this.